Hey, this is Learning Again with Truly Jacob, a writer, and today we are going to go over how I reached out to the Merriam Webster dictionary company and stuff like that. So, okay. So, my learning educational experience was really, really bad, where I realized as an older adult where it's like I'm hitting way closer to 40, that hey, people were defining words the wrong way to me growing up because I started reading the dictionary. So, to motivate me to read the dictionary and to maybe encourage other adults in my situation where they're like, hey, like our education didn't really help us learn properly. Here's like a interesting or maybe sort of interesting or somewhat interesting video where this person's like going over certain words in the dictionary, and that she's also telling personal experiences with it. It'll make it more interesting, and then I'm learning these words, how to define these words in the process. So, in the dictionary that I was actually using, it was like 1994. It did not give the address, location of where to get the copyrights from, but it was like, in order to do this in any format, you must get written permission or permission from the company. So I went the extra mile, and I researched where their address was, and I found their address online, and so I reached out to them. But here's the thing is, in elementary school and in high school, I remember learning in school that when it came to doing like a research paper, or if you could cite your sources or references, and you didn't have to pay the company to use them as a reference or a source. So, and there was something about like, you could source a video or a documentary in that whole process. So, for some reason, I thought you could apply that to YouTube, and as long as you gave proper copyrights to who you sourced for source material, or here's my reference, that like it would be okay to source them in a video for free, or you just had to seek them out and get permission. Okay, so I wrote a letter and did an email, and I finally got something in the mail from the Merriam Webster company that is responsible for the dictionary. This is what they said. Thank you for your interest in the Merriam Webster's definition in your forthcoming book. Now, a disclaimer was, I said, I have the pen name Truly Jacob, a writer, and I gave my real name too. And I said, I might be, what's it called, writing a book in the future. I also said I was doing YouTube videos and blah, 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 blah. I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was basically like, I would like to use like you possibly in books and video media stuff. So I was trying to get permission as a whole to be like, can I just source your stuff for free? You're a dictionary. People can use this in real life on a regular basis. Can I just source you as a dictionary for defining words. If I feel like people need to be educated on what a word actually means, and I was just like wanted permission to do that for free. But here's what they're saying. There is a fee required based on the number of definitions and formats to be used. Can you please supply that information so that we can review the cost? Our policy requires that you submit the actual title, publisher, author, the month of the year of the publication, your words and definitions of your words, along with your print run amount to complete our agreement. Our most current definitions can be found on our website at www.merriam-webster.com or whatever. So, permission editor, blah, 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 Massachusetts. So, to me, this letter is saying, okay, we have copyrighted all these definitions of words. So in the future, YouTubers, if you use any word and you define it, or even if you probably don't define it, because there's like 60,000 words in their dictionary, if you use one word from the English language, they probably could claim your video as you didn't pay us legal rights to use this word in your YouTube video. This is how ridiculous society is getting, that a dictionary company is going to be like, you have to pay us to define words in your dictionary when I'm using you as a fucking reference. A fucking reference. You want me to pay you to use you as a fucking reference when you supply these dictionaries in the educational system and it's free for the kids, or they have to pay for it, but you're not allowed to use your dictionary as a reference in YouTube or in a book for free when you bought the dictionary? Well, I'm not going to do that. So in the future, I will not be doing any more videos using the Merriam-Webster dictionary. And if certain videos get taken down because a dictionary company wants to be a fucking asshole and they don't care about people getting an education, it's making me wish that English wasn't the only language that I knew, because it's like I can't even reference something from a dictionary company. So if there's another dictionary company out there that is not Merriam-Webster and you would like me to read from your dictionary, somehow please reach out to me somehow, and I would be happy to read your English definitions of words and then put it on YouTube and give my stories of like, yeah, this was taught to me wrong, or sometimes people were using the wrong context. Here's a story of how they use this word in the wrong context or whatever, because they defined it wrong to me with the context of how they were using the word. Feel free to reach out to me and I would love to do a reviews, but I'm not going to pay for every single word that I use, because that's ridiculous, because the only language that I speak is English. So it makes me feel like they're copywriting the whole frickin' English language. Do they have legal rights to do that? YouTube, you're in trouble if you allow Merriam Webster Dictionary to have legal suits for all the YouTubers out there, because Merriam Webster Dictionary wants me to pay legal fees for defining English words properly. Well, if you don't have a dictionary to define things properly, how can you communicate with anyone if English is the only language you know? Well, I guess we live in society where communication isn't important. I wish I knew another language, and then I would just switch to that language, and I wouldn't speak English at all in the future. But what language would that be? I do not know. But English has been a thorn in my side my whole fucking life. So, good riddance, United States of America, for becoming so ridiculous that it's legal for a Merriam-Webster dictionary company to be like, you have to pay us a fee to source any of our definitions. You have to pay us a fee for every word that you use in your book or your media source. To reference an English word so people know what you're talking about, so there's better communication and understanding in your videos. Well, that's how ridiculous society is coming. I wish I knew a different language. Couldn't learn Spanish, couldn't learn French. So I probably couldn't learn another language because I didn't learn English properly. Somehow I have theorized that there might be an old form of English where you have like, what's it called? One sound, one grammar, and you pronounce everything like it sounds. And the English language that I have experienced, it's like amalgamation of like different languages in it, and it makes it very hard to develop a fast comprehension level on it. So my reading comprehension's really, really, really slow, and everyone around me in society is like, we're all in the same boat. We're all in the same boat. We all have a really slow comprehension level. We all don't understand English. Well, you seem to be having way better success in your life than me. I have a part-time job where I get paid 3 different ways. If a client doesn't show up, I get minimum wage for that hour. If they cancel the day before and the spot didn't get filled, I get paid nothing. And then I get $25 an hour if the client actually shows up. And I'm only able to work 4 hours or 4.5 manual hours of massage time a day, because right now I'm a licensed massage therapist. And they don't always fill the 4.5 hour slot, but it's not enough to live in on the society, because an apartment would cost, with probably like electricity and hot water and utilities, it'd probably be like $1,600 at the very least to get your own apartment to live on your own. And then cars are super expensive. So really, I estimated to live comfortably in society, even to live in your own apartment and save for retirement, you really need to be making like at the least $100,000 a year, up to like $100,000 a year. But like my taxes came in for 1 year for part-time work, which was less hours because I went from like I was working like 4 days. I was like around $37,000, like probably before taxes or after taxes, I forget. So like I do not have the ability to live on my own, because like food's expensive and everything. So here I was like, let me try to use the Merriam Webster dictionary to enhance my vocabulary, and they're basically like, denied, denied, denied. We want you to be stupid the rest of your life. We don't care about you needing to use this to help like increase your vocabulary and educate people. How it's important to make sure as a teacher you check students' reading comprehension, and like, are they understanding these words? Can they define these words properly? And not just pass the kid along from grade to grade to grade to grade to grade, because there's a compound effect that if they don't learn something in a certain grade level and like master those skills, then when they get to the next grade level, it's going to become harder and harder and harder and harder to learn, especially when they get to the high school level and at the college level. But my teachers didn't care about my reading comprehension or my math comprehension to be able to do math word problems. And now the Merriam-Webster dictionary doesn't care about my comprehension level of being able to learn and define English words and do it in a fun way and put it on YouTube to educate people for free, and possibly, if you eventually get a following, be able to, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, like make money in the process as compensation. So they want to be compensated for money I'm not even making right now. Well, society is becoming a bunch of idiots, and I don't want to live in this society at all. And but I didn't choose to be born in it, but it's all my fault that I'm a stupid idiot, apparently. And I don't know how to be successful in this life, because every time I try to do things the proper way, something like this comes in the mail, or they're like, no, we don't want you to be successful in life. We're gonna make it 10 times harder to be successful in any way, shape, or form. So, congratulations, everyone. Society as a whole wants me to be stupid and wants me to become a massage therapy slave where I don't get a legitimate wage or a legitimate salary for the energy that I can dish out to people to service people. And so I'm a massage therapy slave and not getting paid a legitimate wage, and I can't further my education because even the dictionary companies like, you have to pay me to be a resource in a book or in a media setting. So I hope you found this video entertaining, and it was a warning and a red flag that if people don't drastically change things in society, probably every single YouTuber is going to get screwed over for even speaking English in the future. In the future, it will become illegal to speak English in a YouTube video because a dictionary company is going to copyright every single word that you speak in the video. Have a great day.